Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This channel is one of educational provenance, and we try to inform you about great theories, concepts, and discoveries that you might not be familiar with because they've been suppressed or they're otherwise difficult to access. But it's worth the digging because these are things that could really change your life in terms of your quest for better spiritual, mental, and physical health. And this is a segment we have called the Q-tip of the spear, where I look at the coverage of the cutting edge of the info war and see what those guys are up to and where everything is headed and how I'm kind of reading it. And for a while now, I have been convinced that the game's over, the battle is over, the deep state lost, Patriots won, the deep state is circling the drain. The Patriots are reenacting, simulating old events for our consumption right now with increasing absurdity and uh, decreasing verisimilitude. Um, because it has to be more and more obvious, because the audience is becoming more and more asleep, um, and or the target audience. And so, in other words, these events are not targeted for you. They're targeted for the people that, for whatever reason, are still fast asleep about the kind of the gravity of the events, the fact that this is a global civil war, and really the culmination of thousands of years of enmity and strife and psyops and misdirection and misinformation and just the humans being prisoners on their own planet, and the opportunity that we now have to end that and to gain some sovereignty over this planet and to control our own destinies, and that this opportunity is there for the taking right now, um, for the first time. And a lot of people haven't grasped that yet, because it's not it's not out there. They're not telling you that, they're not giving you the context. You kind of have to piece it all together, and most people are too busy for that, um, and you have to be able to kind of see it the right way. It's not really necessarily having to do with your intelligence. It's basically just your orientation. And a lot of people have kind of tuned out the political world. It was including me for 25 years. About, I was completely not paying any attention because I had red pilled myself back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I just kind of dropped out. It's like, this is all hopeless. Both the right and the left are completely hopeless. So I'm going to just try to make the best of it with where I'm at and see if I can make a contribution, see if I can draw a person. I took people one at a time, just trying to build up, something one at a time. And then I started paying attention to the goings on in about 2016, and saw that there were unlikely sources that I originally had written off, and that I uh, disliked actively, that were consolidating a movement that was consistent with a lot of the things that I already had uncovered, and some many of the reasons why I had, uh, uh, kind of dropped out in the first place. And so I started paying attention. Now, there are a lot of aspects of this movement that I can't get with at all. And I do think that this movement is going to be exposed before its eventual ultimate victory. But there are too many holes in the movement. There's too much that's not been scrutinized, and there's too much kind of cheerleading going on, red versus blue, right versus left kind of thinking, and um, you know, Christians versus everybody else, or whatever. We're being persecuted, and we're, almost the chosen people, and it's all pretty nauseating, especially because it's so wrong, and it's threatening to repeat history. But so I just see so many weaknesses on the right that are starting to you know show themselves and are going to need to be shored up, or else this movement's going nowhere. Um, you see these things like the cheerleading where people are able to what I'm attracted to about the whole thing is the truther aspect, a truther movement. And there is an aspect of the movement that is, truth at all costs. That's the first value. That's what we're here for. And if I uncover evidence that um, makes me have to change my mind, even even to challenge some of my cherished beliefs. Well, that's the price you pay for researching and uncovering things about the truth. And so, I feel like that's part of the territory, but it seems like that sentiment is easily jettisoned by a lot of people over on the right, and that you know the whole thing is destined to another round of uh, witch burnings, insurrection. I mean, inquisitions and crusades, uh, and forced conversions and torture and um, expiation. Um, and who knows how medieval it would get. But we know that the Christians are capable of doing this. And when they get into power, um, that's when they do it. And so, see, for example, King James the First of England. And, you know, but, I heard a show last night where he was talking about, uh, how this one character in history, early 17th century, his mother was accused of being a witch, and that is being cited as evidence that he was a Satanist. The fact that his mother was accused of being a witch is evidence for that person being a Satanist. And that's just uh, uh, that's just the bridge too far. It's possible, you know, it is, you know, maybe worth mentioning, but it's not any type of evidence. It's certainly, not evidence that I would like to, you know, succeed in a courtroom, but not even in the court of public opinion. It doesn't really take much to accuse somebody of something. What it takes is a paranoid Christian zealot to accuse somebody of something. And I know that those people have accused me of stuff all the time. So I'm not. I'm going to be fairly sympathetic for the. I know that most of the people that got accused of witchcraft back in the 17th century, because they were herbalists, because they were trying to heal you with plants, what they call potions. And somehow this offended the sensibilities of the ultra pious. Um, anyway, so that kind of thinking really, makes me concerned about the return of the patriot movement here. Um, and just the cheerleading again. We saw the Senate, the Congresswoman who's suing somebody because some code pink leftist, because she kind of tapped her on the elbow, and she's suing her for assault. If that's the clip that she's suing her based on, you can hardly even see the contact. And whatever contact it was on the level of like a friendly tap at most. Um, and so this is kind of this left versus right cheerleading. The left plays the game like crazy, and it's really super annoying, and the right are doing it too. So, I'm hanging in there. Um, I have faith in the movement that cooler heads will prevail, and more truther influence will be imposed on the movement at a certain point. But right now, there's a lot of ugliness out there. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and come back tomorrow for another episode of the Q-Tip of the Spear. Thanks for tuning in today. Have a great day.